Sairam. 3 unforgettably magnificent and divine days at Hadshi near Pune in the state of Maharashtra in India had come to an end, and we all felt that we had created memories enough to last for 3 lifetimes, if not more. Those of you who are coming in fresh, I would recommend that you watch not just the previous episode where I stated how we were all filled with mixed feelings as the time for departure from Hadshi arrived, because they were so beautiful those 3 days. And the previous episodes of that as well, all the parts, they're all in this playlist that has been linked above. I would recommend that you go through all the parts so that you also get this experience of traveling with Swami and getting those insider details that are otherwise not available. Now, we all got out and we knew that we had to do this journey to Mumbai because Swami had promised the devotees in Mumbai that he would be there also for some time. So that was something to look forward to. I felt sad, no doubt, that this beautiful stay in Hadshi is coming to a close, but there is something to look forward to. And most importantly, we are still with Swami. That is the thing that we have to remember in life, that everything gains meaning when we have Swami with us. That is why whatever we may plan for the future, for journeys, for travels, for anything that we do in life, let us ensure that Swami is an integral and central part of the plans, because he, Swami, is what brings fulfillment and joy to any of our plans. Now, when we started off from Pune, we were pleasantly surprised that there had been cars that had been arranged for us. When we were coming to Hadshi, right, we had come in a luxurious bus. Though this bus was luxurious, it was unable to keep up pace with Swami's car. And that's why the ever thoughtful hosts, the wonderful Jadhav brothers, they had arranged 10 cars so that all the students too could be part of Swami's convoy as he drove to Mumbai. And that is how we started off, a convoy of about 15 cars maybe. And Sai Prakash and myself, having been blessed by Swami to be the videographer and photographer for this entire visit, as I had recounted in the first part of this serial, we were sitting in the security car right behind Swami. So again, it was so beautiful. As we drove downhill to join the expressway that would take us to Bombay, to Mumbai, I saw that the convoy kept growing and growing in size. A lot of people planned to travel from Hadshi to Mumbai along with Swami, it looks like, and soon there were almost 100 cars maybe in the convoy, the divine convoy, and it was so humbling and thrilling to witness this surge of devotion, this expression of love and dedication towards Swami. Very soon we hit the expressway and my God, Swami's car was simply zooming. Hats off to Mr. Padmanabhan who smoothly drove Swami easily at speeds like 140 to 150 kilometers per hour. Maybe these are speeds that are not so surprising in the autobahns of Germany or the huge highways of United States of America, but in India it's something really not so common, and so that is how Swami's car was zooming, and we all struggled to keep pace with Swami. Soon we reached, within a few hours, it was I think around 1:50 p.m. when we reached the city of Mumbai, particularly Dharma Kshetra, the abode of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, which is also called Satyam. When this Dharma Kshetra land was being purchased, possibly in the early 1960s, Swami had wanted to buy huge areas of land, and he was discouraged by the wise elders and other advisors who said, Swami, why do we need so much land? We don't need, let's take just this much. This itself is so huge. What felt huge in 1960s appeared woefully inadequate in 2009 because the place was jam-packed. Every inch of the road, every place you see, you couldn't see the trees, the sky, the floor, nothing. It was people, 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 people. Many times Swami says things that appear outrageous or appear not so wise. But we have to remember that Swami is Trikala Badhyam. He is beyond the three times, beyond the past, present and future. He sees all the three. And that is why they are words of wisdom which we will not understand, for we are only in the present with a limited view of the past and absolutely no idea of the future. As Swami got out of the car, Sai Prakash and myself had managed to wriggle through those crowds and reach somewhere in the front there to take photos of Swami coming out. Even in that huge multitude, Swami saw us, smiled at us, gave an abhayasta. Ah, what a feeling. And then Swami asked, where are all the boys? Have they come? At this point, once again I saw a tear forming in my eye because I was so touched. Only Swami, I don't know how many times I have said this and I will emphasize on it again, only Swami cares for us. And anybody else that cares for us is because Swami cares for us. That's all. Swami, once he says that we belong to him, he really means it, whether we mean it or not. Many times we just say, Swami, we belong to you, we are yours, there's nobody other than you. But that is just lip service. There was a boy who had told Swami like this, that Swami, you are my mother, father, everything. And a couple of weeks or months later, he informed Swami that his parents had come and he wanted an interview, and Swami seemed upset with him. Why? Because Swami said, you told me you don't have parents, I am your parent. Oh, Swami, that was just lip service, Swami, for you to feel good. I mean, they're my parents. What I'm trying to say is, this is the problem with all of us. That boy is just an example. We don't mean what we say, but Swami means that. Once he says, you belong to me, oh my God, how he always keeps a watchful eye. At the age of 84, with that frail physical frame, with thousands and thousands and thousands of people get his attention and glimpse, he still asks about us. That was very touching. Soon we had a lunch. You know, Swami's residence there is called Sathya Deep. That is the light of truth. It is Sathya's Deep indeed. And next to it was the guest house where the VIP guests would be staying, because all of us would be accommodated in a hostel kind of area that was next to the Shanti Deep hall, that is the main bhajan hall in Dharmakshetra. But for lunch we would all go to that guest house and Swami joined us there. We had lunch together, but you know, our hearts were still in Hadshi. The kind of pampering that we had received at Hadshi, the kind of proximity, the kind of atmosphere that was abuzz with devotional fervor like nothing before. You know, Professor Anil Kumar sir, God bless his soul, he's with Swami now. I remember him remarking, oh, I felt at Hadshi that I was in Buckingham Palace. I forgot that it was just Hadshi. That was the memories that we were carrying, and so we really yearned and pined for that, because now after this lunch Swami went back to his residence. So many Balvika's children were there. They were all crowding around Swami. They were not crowding around, they were all gathered there, and Swami moved through them, blessing them, accepted a rose from one of them. They were all so thrilled. Swami was so happy. And then he went into the residence. We could not go. That's why I said, you know, it's not just about the food, the arrangements. No, not that. The moment that nearness to Swami goes off, it just feels not as grand. That's why Buckingham Palace, we were with royalty, we felt. Now that had been denied, but well, that was how it was. So we went to our hostels. That was when Sai Prakash, you know, my colleague who was taking the video, he realized that his sitar, which he had carried all the way from Puttaparthi, because Swami kept saying that the boys will have a concert, we should make a concert, a very good concert. And that was how, right, even the Burakatha boys, all of them had been chosen. I had narrated about that. So that sitar had not come to Mumbai. And where was it? He was very worried, and if Swami asked for a music program, there is no sitar now. This was informed to the younger Jadhav brother, Shivaji Rao Jadhav. He said, don't worry, it has been located in Hadshi. A special transport vehicle is bringing it here. Even before the problem had been discovered by us, he already knew it and he had already arranged a remedy. This is what I mean by being thoughtful. Atithi Devo Bhava was completely practiced. Atithi Devo Bhava means treat your guest as God. This was completely practiced by the Jadhav brothers with their hosting at Hadshi, and even to this day, it's 2024 now, it's almost 15 years since that visit. I still remember it so fondly and remember their hospitality. Jai Sai Ram to those brothers. So the sitar indeed arrived and Sai Prakash cheered up and he began to play happy tunes in the hostel there. And yes, so it was a kind of happy atmosphere with which we got ready for the evening darshan session. Now when Swami arrived, we were all waiting there at Satyadeep. We had the chance. Swami arrived. Swami looked fresh. Swami was so happy. And Swami wanted to grant darshan there itself, in Dharmakshetra itself. But then they came forward and said, Swami, so many devotees want to come. There's no place here. And Swami said, why there's no place here? And my mind immediately went back to those early days when Swami had said, buy a much bigger piece of land. If only we listen to Swami, life will be so much more beautiful and fulfilling and perfect. Anyway, they said, Swami, therefore we have arranged in another place. It's called Bombay Exhibition Ground. Huge area is available and all the devotees have been told to gather there. They are already gathering there and awaiting your presence. So Swami said, it's okay, let us start off there. So around 5:15 in the evening, 5:15 or 5:30, we all started off. This was in a place called Goregaon and it was coming along the highway so that traffic also would not be a problem for those who wish to come there. And that is how we arrived at the Bombay Exhibition Grounds in hall number 1. I think the capacity of that hall was easily about 50,000-60,000 and it was packed. It was packed. An indoor hall it was, of course. A hall is always indoors. It had air conditioning throughout and it was so massive, and I had my breath taken away when I saw the number of devotees who were waiting there. They were all singing bhajans. And there was a huge stage that had been set up, which had a ramp. Swami's car drove into the hall and Brother Satyajit looked at me. He told me, quickly check whether the ramp is fine because we have to take Swami up on the wheelchair, right? So I quickly ran up and down that ramp once or twice and I gave him the thumbs up and Swami came onto the stage. Again, I felt so wonderful, this kind of thoughtfulness of Brother Satyajit. See, in that crowd, when so much excitement is there, so much devotional fervor, everybody is trying to get a piece of Swami. Everybody is thinking about what I can get from Swami. It is very difficult to think from Swami's perspective, to think of Swami's comforts, and I really felt it was so thoughtful and touching of Brother Satyajit to do this. And once Swami was on stage, we got to know that the program scheduled there was a concert by the legendary singer Mr. Sonu Nigam. In India, Mr. Sonu Nigam is a legend, even worldwide, of course, those who understand and follow his work. He came on stage along with his wife and cute little son. Swami blessed all of them. It was so beautiful. He prostrated at Swami's feet and began with a song from the movie that Swami himself had produced via Sarla Charities Trust, the movie called Shirdi Ke Sai Baba. Yes, you will be amazed to know that the first ever movie made on Shirdi Baba, which even to this day is the best ever movie made, was actually commissioned, sanctioned and blessed by Bhagwan. The first show was also seen by Swami. So in that movie there's this song Sai Baba Bolo, which means, "Oh Swami, speak to us." This song is a very poignant song and this is what he began with, and the whole hall sat mesmerized. But there was something different in this concert. You know, whenever Sonu Nigam ji sings, he is the center of all attention, the cynosure of all eyes. Not in this case. And he himself realized it, that actually people didn't care whether he was singing or not. People are here for Swami. You happen to be singing. Instead of him singing, anybody else was also singing, people would have sat there, because they are here not for their mind and senses, but for their soul, which is drinking at the fountain of divinity that is seated there on the stage. It was a wonderful realization because he sang about 4 or 5 songs, devotional songs, and everybody was in raptures because Swami was there. At the end, Sonu Nigam ji came to Swami and said, Swami, there's one more song. It's not exactly a devotional song. It's a movie song, but it's a very meaningful song. I would like to sing that. Swami blessed him and he sang a song from the movie Kal Ho Na Ho, which is Har Ghadi Badal Rahi Hai Roop Zindagi. The words of that song are very meaningful. They say that every moment life is changing. You don't know whether there is light or shade. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. Therefore, live every moment in the present fully. This is the meaning of that song. And as I sat there when this song was being sung, of course, I was taking a lot of photographs. But even then, when I heard this song, I also liked this song, and I felt that the only changeless thing in this universe is right here on the stage. That is Swami. And that is why in life it is so important that we hold on to Swami and make him part of our life, center of our life. Because everything else is changing, only Swami is the unchanging constant. So with that, the concert came to an end. At the end of the concert, Swami materialized a beautiful ring for Sonu Nigam ji, and Swami blessed his child. He was so happy. It was a beautiful interaction between this singer artist and Swami. After that, blessing everyone in the audience, Swami received Aarti and then left the venue at around 7:15 or 7:20 p.m. Now from here, all the students who had accompanied Swami, who were part of Swami's entourage, left back for Dharmakshetra. But Sai Prakash and myself, sitting in the security car, we followed Swami because we got to know that Swami is going to the residence of Shri Indulal Shah, another grand old devotee of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, who was instrumental in the organizational setup, in the administrative matters of Swami's organization for decades. Not just in India, worldwide as well. So his residence, Swami was going to go because Swami had promised him he would come home, and it had been so many years. Once Swami makes a word, he never fails it. Even a casual word that Swami says, even as a joke when Swami says something, that always holds true. In fact, there is this beautiful experience of a student who thought that Swami was joking, but it turned out to be amazing. It is humorous as well. It is at this link above in case you wish to see and enjoy that story. The truth is, no word of Swami is ever in a jest, is ever a joke. It always has meaning at multiple levels. And so Swami set out to the residence of Mr. Indulal Shah. Of course, Sai Prakash and myself were following. And on the streets, on the roads of Mumbai, everybody were lost in their own business, the humdrum of life. This is the financial capital of India. This is the economic capital of India. It's one of the most populated cities, most densely populated cities, and life goes on. There is no sleep in Mumbai, the city that never sleeps. So everybody was lost in the humdrum of their lives. And I was just thinking, hey, do you realize that the avatar is here? And I was expressing gratitude to Swami that Swami, in this humdrum of life, thank you so much that we are part of your convoy. Of course, there would be some people on the road who would realize that, hey, this is Swami, this is something divine, this is something special. They would stand and many of them would take out their footwear, bow down to Swami, prostrate to Swami. All this would happen, but those were only a blessed few. Most of them were blissfully ignorant. Very few were in bliss because of wisdom, because of knowing that Swami is here. And yet again, the diaries that I wrote when I was there, when I look at it, I see that I have written, Swami, this is my prayer to you. Let me always be in bliss because of wisdom, because of knowing that you are with us forever, and you are the only one that matters. May my bliss never be because of ignorance. This is what struck me so strongly as we drove through Mumbai, and I just thought I'll share it with all of you as well. Nearly 9 p.m. almost, I think, when we reached the residence of Indulal Shahji, and there was a makeshift lift. It was a small residence. Swami went up. We also followed, took a few pictures. But then Swami gave a private interview to the family members for 10-15 minutes and had a quick dinner there. That's what we came to know. There was not enough space for all of us to even get into the home. So we just went in and we came out. Then we saw that the lane on which this house was situated had a beautiful construction made near it. This whole structure had been built and the whole area had been renamed in honor of Swami. It was called Sathya Sai Darshan Chowk, and that had been decorated and that had been newly commissioned, and Swami just looked at it, smiled. I think this is nice when we have roads, when we have villages, when we have cities, district named after Swami. We put the name of Swami on all these geographical structures. That's okay. That's okay. I think it's very important that we put Swami's name on our heart and ensure that our lives are led in a manner that befits Swami's name on our heart, and that is what thrills Swami. All these other things make us happy. Swami is fine, because Swami didn't go gaga over any of this renaming, whether it's renaming of the Darshan Chowk or, yeah, we may rename districts, we may rename buildings and make in Swami's name. That's for our joy. But what makes joy, what brings joy to Swami is when we rename our heart, our lives after his name. Swami reached back late in the night. It was around 10 p.m. And then we were told that there are some alumni, the alumni of Sathya educational institutions, who were waiting. Swami obliged. Swami late in the night, as I said, 10:15 p.m. It might have been almost 11 p.m. when Swami retired, and all of us retired too. Throughout the night, all the musicians and instrumentalists who were part of our entourage, they kept up practicing, because the whole trip was coming to a close, and Swami had told many times, had given ample hints that there will be a students program, there will be a students program, there will be a students program. So nobody else took it seriously. In fact, some of the administrators, some of the others, they even mocked. They said, where there is time, the whole schedule is so packed, don't even dream of you students getting a chance. But you know, students, a true Sai student is like that. A true Sai student doesn't care what anybody else says, however big and accomplished they might be in the world. What Swami says is what matters. That is why we are Sai student, right? If anybody else says and it matters, we are that person or that situation student. If we are Sai student, what Swami says alone matters first for us. Okay. So they anyway kept up practicing whole night. Morning, it was around 9 a.m. We were all ready, breakfast done, and we again gathered at Satyadeep, that is Swami's residence there. And we saw that there were so many others also who had gathered. Powerful people, head honchos of domestic, national and international financial institutions. These were all the powerful controllers of finance for the city of Mumbai. They had all gathered to take Swami's blessings. You see, the previous few months back, there had been a conference about ethics in the world of finance, and all the bigwigs of Indian finance industry had attended it in Puttaparthi, and most of them had come from Mumbai. So all these people had gathered again, and I thought that they were going to submit some proposal to Swami and seek his guidance on that. Whatever it is, they had gathered because Swami was here. And in the gathering was also the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Ashok Chauhan ji, and also the leader of opposition, not just the chief minister, the leader of opposition also, Shri Gopinath Munde ji. They were also there, and as all waited in silence, Dr. K.K. Mistry, another stalwart devotee of the Lord who has also merged in Swami's lotus feet, he was a doctor, a dentist. He came and he made an announcement on the mic saying that as we wait for Bhagwan, we would love that some of you share your experiences with Bhagwan, and he invited the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister gave a 5 to 6 minute satsang on his experience with Swami, his gratitude to Swami. After that, the leader of opposition was called, and he said, you know, that whatever the Chief Minister says, because he is the ruling party, we oppose it. We oppose it. We are opposed to it. But today is one day where I will just nod in agreement to everything he has said, because it is about our Bhagwan. Wow. That is again another poignant truth When we are all united in love for Swami, there will be no differences, absolutely no differences of any kind. There will be no segregation done, no exclusivity, nothing. Everything is for all because we are united in our love for God. And conversely, the corollary to this is wherever there is discrimination practiced, differences observed, there is exclusivity, you are out, you are in, all these things where they are done, you can rest assured that the principle of Swami is not there. These things might be being done in Swami's name also maybe. But if the spirit of Swami is there, there is absolute unity, no differentiation, no discrimination, absolutely. So this was how it was. This was said by the opposition leader himself. He said that I agree to whatever he says because this is about Swami. Let us always be united in love for Swami like that. After these two, all the CEOs, all these powerful people, one by one, all of them spoke. And it was so wonderful. They were all very brief, kept to time, because they were doing this just to pass time while they are waiting for the Lord to arrive. This is how we should lead our life as well. In satsang. And the satsang also is just a time pass. It is a way to sanctify our time and gainfully occupy our time as we wait for the Lord to arrive. Only the Lord's arrival is what should give us satisfaction. Once all of these people had spoken, bhajan started, and within 2 bhajans, Swami arrived. I felt, wow, Swami. You had said that Mad Bhakta Yatra Gayanti Tatra Tishtami Narada. Lord Vishnu telling Narada that wherever my devotees sing my glory, I install myself there. And it was like that. Bhajans had barely begun and Swami came. It was around 10:15. And whatever I had thought that these financial head honchos wanted to discuss with Swami was all proved wrong because they were just children. Children with their divine mother. They just got onto their knees. They just went to Swami, wanted to touch him, wanted to speak to him, wanted to ask him about everything in the universe possibly other than finance. Nobody, nothing like that at all. It was just another gathering of devotees and children of Swami with Swami. In the end, they all said, Swami, group photo. Just like how we students asked, they also asked. And here's that group photo. Look at it. Right at Swami's feet on the floor without any kind of, pageantry or formality. There's the chief minister, the minister of opposition, the leader of opposition, all of them, the head honchos. Look at it. It looks like a family photograph. So beautiful it was. Swami blessed all of them. And then again, Swami was told that darshan has been arranged in another large ground in Worli this time. And Swami said, okay, let us start off to Worli. And we began to drive towards Worli. Well, so many things happened, but the episode's time is complete now. So I will stop at this point. I do hope that as we reach towards the end of the whole trip, we have completed Hadshi. Soon we will complete Mumbai as well. I hope you are enjoying this travel with Swami. I definitely am, and I'm grateful to Swami for this opportunity to travel with him physically and virtually through this serial. And I'm grateful to all of you viewers. Really so grateful. It is your enthusiasm, your love, and your hunger to listen to all of this that makes it possible for me also to prepare and relive all this in a public forum. So gratitude to Swami in each and every one of you. May the love that we have for Swami in our heart keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.